Greetings, Elder Blacklight. Before we get into Brother Dr. Alim El Bay, let's go across the pond for a minute.
Wake up, wake up! Wake up, Africa! Hello and welcome to the Dr. Mumbi Show. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I pray you're well, fam, in all your ways and that you are living your best life. Thanks to every single person that has subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to like and share the videos and check out our new channel, Dr. Mumbi Live. We are planning to go live, especially now that everyone's in quarantine. We are planning to go live very, very soon. So make sure you stay tuned to that. But just really, our team is kind of in overdrive. Everyone's working from home, trying to, get our stories and find out what's happening in Africa so that we can keep you updated with everything that's happening coronavirus. I know it sounds counterintuitive when I say I hope you're living your best life, but truly, this is a crucial time out where we must recognize that life will never be the same again. The governments never, ever, ever let a crisis go to waste, so you can expect civil liberties and freedoms to be taken away, but the very landscape of our world will, shift forever. But also, we have a crucial, part to play in making sure that it goes towards the side of creation instead of the side for destruction. Join us this Sunday where I will be expanding on this. But you know what? Jamaica has closed down for 14 days. I don't know if they're the first Caribbean nation, but it's the first news we've received of a Caribbean nation closing down. Now, the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, he announced a 14-day shutdown of all Jamaica's air and seaports. He said, only outgoing passengers and cargoes will be allowed, to leave or to leave, to cross the borders, etc., to leave the country. And, any outgoing passengers would be accommodated while flights were still in operation. Now, the announcement came as 3 new cases of COVID-19 were announced. All 3 were from the divided states, 3 people that came from the divided states into Jamaica. Jamaica has a total of 19 cases when we went to press. But what we've seen is that this epic false flag, this epic, bioweapon has actually been spread by travelers. A lot of people traveling back and forth. But what's happening now as all these nations start to shut down is that a lot of their citizens are left, abroad. And you know how it is when you travel. You've budgeted for your 3 weeks, and then now, all of a sudden, you have to leave your hotel and you have no more money, etc., etc. These are some of the situations. And, if you would like to share your experience, if you're, an African stranded somewhere, go ahead and email us your videos, Dr. Mumbi at drmumbishow.com, and we will share them with our audience just so we can have an idea of what people's experiences are. I am so glad that I made it back to Kenya just before the lockdown. But then, I was on Africa, so if I was gonna walk, I was gonna walk. But on a very serious note, a lot of citizens are finding themselves as stranded, outside of the country. And Jamaican hospitality workers in Florida actually reached out to the president and the government, saying that they had actually planned to return to the country next week. But now with the lockdown, even though a lot of the hotels in Florida had been shut down because they were dealing with the epidemic or pandemic or whatever the WHO is calling it. I mean, they're just hyping it up so much. They're overhyping it, seriously. But what they said is that they had planned to come home next week, and they were unsure of how that would happen or what would go on. But go ahead and leave your comments for us, Doctor, and below, like and share the video, and email us, Dr. Mumbi at drmumbishow.com.
Now, this brother right here, Dr. Alim Bay, this brother right here is very, very, very important to us right about now. He's very, very deep into metaphysics, but like cosmic knowledge, put it like that. Now, he's going to go into some exercise. We might not be able to get them all on breathing and vibrations. at the same time. So hold tight.
On top of the words.
Oh, okay. Well, we can't.
It was bothering me too. It looked like it's bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, y'all. Alright, so we just gonna have to read it as she slides through the
I try to
slide.
slide it up higher.
And she slide to the left. Slide to the right. Slide. Okay. But anyway. Alright, so ultimately, there is really no such thing as good and bad. Evil equals live in its opposite way. It is a matter of perception and conditioning. In fact, you are merely worshiping polarity, which is one of the 7 principles of Tahuti. The universal principles of Tahuti, there's 7. You have mentalism. You have what is called causation or cause and effect. You have vibration, rhythm. You have sex, which is gender. All right? You have polarity, and you have
Cause and effect.
I said that.
Sex.
Mm-hmm. But polarity, all right?
Somebody said, I know they did.
But polarity is one of those 7 principles of Tahuti. Okay? So I'm going to say it again. Let's get it right. Mentalism, correspondence, which is the one I was looking for.
Okay.
Cause and effect, vibration, rhythm, gender, which is sex, and polarity. These are the 7 principles. All right? So that is, what we're dealing with. All right? In particular, that polarity comes by way of your spinal column. Right? That is the latter, descending and ascending energy. That is what gives you the various perceptions on this planet. The supreme axiom, as above, so below, as within, so without. All right? These are the 7 streams of energy that emanate from the cosmic sources. Continue on. Please, and enters also into our solar system by way of our sun acting as a channel. All right? For this electromagnetic energy and our poles, the North and South Pole, Antarctica and the Arctic, bringing in what is called the Aurora Borealis, or what is known as the Northern and Southern Lights. All right? Get the gospel and the zodiac, the secret truth about Jesus. All right? Continue on. All the way down. All right? Get that book.
Moderators, make sure you put that book in the, please, in the chat.
Continue on.
These are different chapters of the Quran
Yes.
that reference the same.
The constellations and zodiacs. But we'll continue on. And
The Magic Temple by Professor Hilton Hotima.
Oh yeah, you got to get the Magic Temple. Continue on. You got to get the Magic Temple. There's no doubt about that. To know about yet. Get that book. Jesus, right here. Jesus as the Sun Throughout History by D.L. Murdoch. All right. The Bible even tells you that. Continue on.
Maybe it's the last of them.
No, I can't.
Charles
Yeah.
This.
Definitely.
Blood Moon.
Right. Which is actually the sounds of healing, and this is what we're talking about. So we're going to get into that information. Sounds or tones was taught to me by Prince Bey, who was the crown prince of the Empire Washita, the Dagdamanya.
May he rest in peace.
And when I met him in 1995, he began to start training and teach me in the sciences. All right, so we talking about some heavy Rosicrucian information, and really we talking about how he was able to put this information together. He was also said that he found this information by way of from out of Muata Ashby's African Holistic Health book, which Dr. Lady Africa, sometimes he just put things in the book and he don't go into no detail about it whatsoever. All right, another Rosicrucian sound. All right, these are all vowels. These are the powers of the vowels. All right, if you look at the word vowel means oath or sacred. El within Hebrew means God. So you're talking about sacred word of God or the sacred tone of God. All right, but this is what the word vowel essentially means. All right, vowels go in between consonants, and the root of consonant is constant, and the word constant means that which remains the same. So what changes up the frequency of the consonants, all right, or the verb or the vowels? The vowels change it up. This is why many years ago they had this song A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes why. That joint was out for back in the, I think that was like 79. You know what I'm saying? 78, 79, whatever it was, that joint was out. And it was a lot of info that they dropped in that. All right, but we're going to start with the I tone, and the I is actually Ain, which is in Hebrew or in Arabic letter, which is the symbol of the I, in particular the third eye. So the I tone actually...
All right, we're going to continue with this. We're going to pick up where we left off. Something came up. I got to go and deal with it. But stay tuned for part 2 of this. This is Black Light.